Oh, hi Michelle, it's Colin Hayward from Manson and Sheppard. Very well, thank you. How are you? Yeah, it's going very well, thanks. And just want to say how honoured we are to be involved, and thank you for selecting us to showcase our suit. Can I just run through the details with you? So it's going to be a three-piece single openings we use a lot. Yeah, and it's a nice classic blue, so it's going to really sort of showcase our sort of cut.
Four. 18 and a half.
18 and a half.
32.
32.
43.
43.
I'm looking from the length of the coat. But what we're also doing, we're going to find out the natural waist. Relax, please, sir. You just have to press. And if someone's standing right, what will happen is their centre of gravity, it's like a seesaw. You can just press it and they start to topple forward naturally. So on Matthew, we'd probably go around 18 and a half. Then down to the length of the coat, 42. We go to the back of the knee, which on the measurements is 43. For me, I'd probably just come a fraction longer, sir. The cuff on the shirt looks a little short. If the shirt was a little longer, I'd bring the cuff down, just a fraction. Once again, we can have a look at the fitting stage and determine if we need to make any adjustments. 25.
25.
Right.
Right.
At the end of the day, our customers could be wearing a suit all day long. It needs to obviously look and fit beautifully, but at the same time, we want it to be practical. We want that practical elegance. So throughout the day, wearing a suit for 12 hours, you feel like it's a second skin. You can move about in it, you can function in it. It is comfortable to wear for 12 hours of a business day. Always do. Make sure the edges are together. Shears. All the cutters and all the tailors have their own shears. Obviously our cutting shears are quite large, quite weighty. We know our own shears. If I was to line up all the shears in the cutting room, I'd be able to pick out my shears blindfolded. Obviously, tape measure, which we always have. String is not. And then the other main. Very simple, really. We're not over reliant on technology. This little symbol here just means it's also a jacket pocket. You'll find all sorts of customer requests. One customer used to have a pocket in the back of his jacket, and the reason for it was when he was on a plane, he could put his passport in it and his tickets, so it was always easy to get his tickets and he didn't have to go fumbling. That's the beauty of what we're doing. With it being bespoke, the customer can ask for these requests and we will try and sort them out, these little details and these quirks, and that's the beauty of it, that's why it's bespoke. This is what cutters do at this stage. This is where the cutter is deciding where to take shape and stuff. And the next level is where the tailor will also then do what he does, and he'll start to shape it by manipulating the cloth. Because what it's all about with the cutters and the tailors is putting the necessary marks to shape the suppression and manipulating the cloth. To take something that's two-dimensional and flat into a three-dimensional object, to place over the individual. All right, what we do, just check the balance. Armhole pitch, waist, suppression, waistline, throughout. You see the bottom of the coat, and this is our little marking and signal for slits at side. At this end here are the sleeves. So we start to parcel it all up. What will happen is once I've put these together, so you've got the fundamental building blocks of the garment. This is where nothing goes to waste. So we've got the top collar, what we call the top collar. I'm obviously marking directions of the grain of the cloth. So just to help and aid the tailor again, you've got to think there's going to be the flaps, there's going to be jettings. Job ticket.
And here we have all the different pieces, so the linen that will go behind the pockets, and then the pocketing, Cilicia, and this is the damet which will go on top of the canvas when we make the canvas up to build it up. So mark stitching we use basting cotton. It's basically just so that when the two pieces of cloth get separated, the mark stitch will then be on the other side of the cloth, and it just helps us for like working out where different things are on the cloth, so like the pocket, the lapel, so where it will roll, the buttonholes, the shoulders. Basically I'm going over the chalk marks that the cutters will do upstairs, and will, just decide the size of the outvest pocket that we think is the best size with relation to how big the job is. Yeah, we kind of just like refine the lines that they do upstairs. For the first fitting, we will actually put the pockets in. So quite a lot of the work is done. So it will look like a proper jacket once it's tried on the customer.
On a forward, all of the pockets are put in. An undercollar, which we make up ourselves. And the sleeves are basted in with no linings. So the fitting will be done by one of the cutters, and all of the alterations will be marked. If it's a bit tight, or it needs letting out, or maybe the sleeves are a bit long, or maybe the sleeves need lengthening, and then it will come back to me, and then we will then put the back lining in. Here's one with the sleeves fully made up. all the linings. And all the buttonholes will all be done by hand, by someone we call the finisher.
The cutter is cutting them, the tailor is putting them together, the finishing is actually finishing the product, and he's closing everything. So it's actually many hours. We do work many hours for a jacket. And I'm not sure if the customer knows that, but definitely they see the value and the results at the end, so must be something special about it.
I've been at Anderson Sheppard for over 30 years. I would say about 33 years. Now, a suit off a peg, the lapel will be totally ironed, totally right flat to the first buttonhole, which is where our mark stitch is. But on a bespoke suit, what we do, the roll is all determined via the collar, the under collar. So you get it lined up exactly where the first button would be. Right. And where we have it rolling to the first button. All that's pressed is from here to here. Our forward is now ready for the fitting on a customer.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Powell.
Are you keeping well?
It's very well, and you?
Okay, let's just turn you around into this mirror, please. We'll just work our way round from the top. Once again, it's good on the neck. It's nice. You've got a nice 1/2 inch collar showing all the way around. Shoulders are good. I personally leave them at that width. I won't draw them in or they'll feel too tight and restrictive. Got a little bit of ease in the back. We might give you just a fraction more ease. It's a little tight actually here, just to give a bit of but saying that, waist is nice. Length looks good. How do you feel about the length?
Oh, I love it. No, it's great. It's amazing.
Let's try and find us a bit of cuff. The only other thing at first glance I would do as well, I think the shirt looks a good length. What I'd personally do would be bring that down. What you want to show is between 1/4 and maybe 1/2 inch of cuff. Also. Pick the back of the sleeve up as well.
Okay.
What I'll do, give a cleaner line through the back of the sleeve so it's not bunching up. At the moment there's a little bit, yeah, just the back of the crowns of the sleeve need to be picked up a fraction, which helps. Then onto the front. Bottom position. Lapels are sitting nice over the chest. Lapel width is I wouldn't take any of that away. Okay, how does it feel?
Really, really comfortable.
Through the front?
Yeah, I do feel a bit of...
Yeah, we'll let it go a fraction at the back.
Otherwise, I love the shape.
Shape's good, it's got suppression. Lapel width, nice width.
Generous, very, very nice.
Excellent. About 4 weeks, sir, and we'll be all ready
Fabulous. I'm
for the
looking forward to it.
next fitting.